Hey, welcome, Crown Council viewers. We are really excited to have Forward Science, one of our resource partners here today, and their CEO, Robert Whitman. And really excited to talk to Robert today and showcase their business, learn about it. Um, I think that many of you have worked with Forward Science. And so we're really excited to announce that Forward Science is a resource partner of the Crown Council. And today we're going to get to know Forward Science a little bit and talk to Robert about their business and what he's seeing in the industry and opportunities for our Crown Council members. So, Robert, welcome on board and thanks for spending some time with us today.
Well, thanks for having us, and we're looking forward to being a partner for each and one of you all, and everything we can do to help.
Um, Robert, we've had a number of Crown Council members work with you in the past, have even toured and been to your facility in Dallas. Um, our TOPS team is located in Dallas, very close with Forward Science over many years. So we're excited about the partnership. Talk to us about the history of Forward Science, how it became, um, and a good introduction to Forward Science for those that are not familiar with you.
Okay, yeah, we appreciate it, and I know everybody that's not in Texas thinks Dallas and Houston are the same, but we are in Houston, so
That's
we're a little further south. But we did somehow get snow recently, and had to go through an interesting storm. But my partner and I started Forward Science back in 2012, and we were a spare bedroom garage type story, very dissimilar to we hear each one of you all. I mean, you start a business, and we're both engineers by trade, so we're trying to learn how to run a business, how to make new products, but then how to manage people, how to get through ups and downs and changes and pandemics and everything you can think of. So we were excited to be a resource partner of Crown Council, quite a few years ago. We focused a little more on Forward Science and how do we grow our business so that we can be a better resource partner. So we did take a hiatus, but we reached back out and said, man, we got to get back to what got us here, and that's good partnerships, good relationships, and good business. So for Forward Science, our flagship product, which most of you all know us about, is Oral ID. Um, Oral ID is an advanced oral cancer screening device that we used to help develop at a cancer center right down the street from us in Houston called MD Anderson Cancer Center. So my partner and I worked there. We left, created our own technology because we didn't want to just have a device that we thought everyone would use. We wanted to get a device that we can get to the dental industry and screen patients that are not being screened right now. So hopefully we can change the trends of where oral cancer is today. So that's been our flagship product since we've had success and good partnerships here in the dental industry. We've been requested to make new products. So we're an FDA registered manufacturing facility for both devices and drugs. Oral ID was our first device and it's our flagship device, but now we kind of took a step back from Oral ID and said, hey, Forward Science, our goal is to let's create great technology so that the dental industry can benefit, really patients can ultimately benefit. So we have therapeutic products. We have products that we offer through pharmaceutical benefits, whether it's a rinse for dry mouth, or if it's an all natural pain relieving product called Oropedic. So we have a whole nother set of products in addition to what we have in R&D. But, again, most of you all probably know us from us being at trade shows in places like Salt Lake City, doing Build-A-Bear with you guys and being excited to do that. But, from the oral cancer standpoint. So yeah, we have a lot of resources. I think from what we both know together is, I mean, our goal is to make an impact. We want to do good, right? So if we can screen patients and really change the trends of oral cancer, that's been our goal. And we can't do it on our own, right? We need good clinicians that are dedicated to their patients. And that's why we're excited to be back with you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. Great introduction. And like I said before, we're so excited to have you back on board. Um, Talk about some of what you've seen over the last few years, the greatest needs of our dentists around the country that are areas and opportunities that Forward Science has just nailed and been able to help with.
Yeah, I mean, I think early on we got to the market focused on oral cancer screening, and like any cancer, we know that if we find any disease state or cancer earlier, the long-term survival rate is going to be better. So we knew that we needed to help support dental offices identifying oral cancer earlier. But then, what we learned was it's not just, hey, here's a device, good luck. And early on, we sold devices and we did financially well, but we weren't changing the needle, right? I mean, oral cancer is still growing. It's the only cancer in the past 17 years that's grown at incidence rate. Our survival rate or mortality rate hasn't changed. We're not in a good spot with oral cancer, but somehow these technologies are being incorporated and used. So we said, hey, look, let's not just sell devices. Let's figure out how to partner with our offices and create a program, right? So let's market oral cancer to the patients. Let's help the offices generate revenue if that's what their goal is. But let's not just say, I have a device, do you want it, yes or no? Let's understand what we're doing and to change the trends. And really, it's education. So we don't just have a device. We offer a program where we're going to give you a free CE credit, all you want, with oral cancer screening, oral cancer education. We're going to make sure that you're using social media marketing, which you guys have some great partners already, but this is just for oral cancer, right? So let's put the verbiage out there, because we know HPV causes oral cancer. Let's talk about the elephant in the room about why the incidence is rising, but let's talk about it to your patients so you get better acceptance rate. Whether you're charging $5, $35, or doing it for free, let's make sure that value add is there for your patients. So, for us, we realized that we're not going after, right, the bottom 50% of the market. We're going after people that, I mean, each one of you guys that believe in what you're doing, that yes, you need to make money, but you also want to serve your patients. And that's what our goal is in our partnership.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And thanks for that background on that, Robert. I think you hit one key topic on the head that I'd really like to touch on. That's the ongoing education. It's something that we know that our members within the Crown Council feel strongly about. Talk just a little bit more about the courses that our members can um, get involved with, and how we can go about that.
Yeah, so for us, we dedicated a few years ago to really building out a learning management software system. We were doing live webinars, which are great, but you're busy, we're busy, everyone's busy. You can't get on. You have new hygienists and new docs. So what we did was we built out a learning management software. We call it Forward Science Education, and we have courses based on what we have to offer. Right? We're not going to do a business management course because that's not where we are. We're going to focus on our products and how to support you all. So how to talk to patients, how to understand the lesions we're looking at, what's the right referral process, how do we use a cytology swab or biopsies, everywhere that we can understand on the screening and the diagnosis, and then also the conversation you have with your patients. So we are PACE AGD accredited. They are CE courses that we apply for free for each one of our partners. It's part of our membership, our monthly program that we have. If you go through that and you have additional questions, we have doctors and hygienists on staff that can help you answer those questions. Now, there's a million variables that happen from patients and patient variability. So, we understand that ultimately, you all understanding pathology is what our goal is, but we are a resource that if you have a patient in a chair, what do I do next? We can help you understand what we've seen in the past and then what we've seen work. But, again, there's a lot of variables that there. So we want to be a resource, not just finding lesions earlier, but having you more comfortable with the conversations that you can be having with your patients.
Yeah, this is key, and we love that information, Robert. The ongoing education that so all of our listeners understand, we'll be able to incorporate Forward Science into our No More Hygiene courses, as well as our mastermind programs. You'll hear from your moderators on upcoming events that Robert's team will be presenting on with our mastermind groups. Looking forward to that. Lunch and learns at our annual events. So very key on the education piece. It's awesome that you have expounded as well, Robert, into other areas outside of oral cancer, and we hear about dry mouth often, xerostomia all the time now, and now we can. That's another area of product that you provide. Touch on some of your other products and technologies, again, outside of the oral cancer screening.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I think for us, with the knowledge of oral cancer and what it does to the oral health, we've really been requested to say, okay, cool, with patients with oral cancer have these side effects. How do we address those? And it's not just oral cancer that's causing dry mouth, right? There's 500 medications that cause dry mouth from medication-induced xerostomia. There's sleep apnea patients. I mean, unfortunately, if you look at the statistics, everybody has some range of xerostomia. It's just, what do you do with it? And, us doing our homework, we assumed that everybody already had an answer for it. But what we realized was there are a lot of solutions out there that they kind of give a temporary Band-Aid, which again is needed, right? If there's a patient that has xerostomia that needs to eat, yeah, we need to taper a lubricant, or we need to do a glycerin type rinse, which are out there. But for us, we're not trying to just Band-Aid it. We're trying to actually come up with a solution that cures dry mouth or helps alleviate it. So we have a supersaturated calcium phosphate rinse called Saliva Max that if you use it a few times a day for a few days in a row, depending on the severity, we're actually showing that we're helping decrease xerostomia. And with your saliva, we're talking about buffering pH. We're talking about helping with heal wounds and tissue. So there are so many benefits than just dry mouth. It is FDA cleared for both xerostomia and mucositis. So now we're in this whole other world of, we have patients that are using it for extractions, or if we're looking at lesions like an oncology patient that does have severe mucositis, we're able to get them, off of a feeding tube, actually eating solid foods faster. So the data is there. I think the challenge for us is always, we're not one of the big boy companies that spends a lot of money in advertisements. We want to put our money towards our R&D and our partnerships. And that's why we're here and trying to support each one of you all, because we want to make sure that these patients get benefits from the products that we have.
Yeah.
Once we've had that product out, we also know the pain relief issue is there. So we heard the opioid issue, and unfortunately dentistry got thrown under that at fault a little bit. And obviously we all disagree with it, but I'm not going to fight that battle with some of the big boy oncology companies, or opioid companies. So what we launched was a non-opioid pain relief product called Oropedic, and we're excited about it. My 5-year-old uses it when he bites his cheek, because he unfortunately has a nervous habit. So for us, it is an oral pain relief and pain protection. So it coats the lesion. It starts the process of generating tissue and all that stuff because it has aloe in it, but it is all natural, non-opioid, non-drug. And that's really our goal here, is we want to give people, it's not necessarily essential oils and alternative medicine, but we want to get people back to the fundamentals of science of what is beneficial, what works, and how do we get that out to you guys in the masses. So the beauty of it is you can still use pharmaceutical benefits. You write a prescription for our therapeutic products. Typically with our insurance program we have, it's little to no cost out of pocket for a patient, and it gets directly shipped to their house. So it doesn't cost you anything. Hopefully it costs them nothing, depending on their benefits, maybe a few dollars for a copay, and they get relief right away. So it's not, a product that is over the counter, that maybe isn't FDA regulated, that has some aggressive claims. Every claim that we make is by the book. It's been FDA, regulated, and we make sure that it's manufactured right here in Houston. And, we're excited about the quality of everything we offer, but we're more excited about, how it affects patients' lives.
Yeah, man, that is great, Robert. Awesome to hear the advancements and the ongoing R&D to come out with the upcoming and new products to provide for everyone.
Yep.
We're thrilled to have Robert and Forward Science back on board with us. As we start to wrap up, Robert, just share with us, if a member wants to be a part of everything that you're providing, is already working with Forward Science a little bit, talk to us about the model between Crown Council member and Forward Science. Are we reaching out to you on a monthly basis to say, hey, I need to order this product, or can we have just an ongoing drop ship of all of your great products in-house? And just kind of walk us through how our practices can engage and work with you on all things that we've talked about.
Yeah, I think for us, the beauty of us being, quote unquote, smaller, even though we have 50 team members and a 20,000 square foot facility here in Houston is I don't want to make a custom program that fits like one size doesn't fit all, right? So some people may love our marketing and want more brochures frequently. Cool, we'll put you on an auto ship program. We'll do that. Some may say, hey, I like my own marketing. I go digital. Email me once a month with the social media marketing, but don't send me any stuff. And somebody else may say, hey, I just want prescription forms and let's go that route. So for us, we're going to sit down with you and really understand what your goals are in your business, and then we're going to create a program for you. And obviously we have team members here that are going to support each one of you all, whether it's questions, concerns, and new ideas. Look, I mean, we get driven by the market. You guys say, hey, I'd love for you to create this. And we have stuff in R&D that's driven from you all that we try to solve. Engineers just want to solve problems. The problem is we're trying to solve our own problems right now. I really want to solve your problems. So it's just figuring out what a partnership looks like for each office and then supporting them individually.
Yeah, we love the customization about that, Robert, and to be able to feel like you have dialed in what each practice needs rather than a one size fits all. And that's that really fits into the Crown Council culture.
Yep.
Robert, again, we want to thank you for being a resource partner and being on board with us. We can't wait to work with you in the future. I know our members are excited. We're excited to hear from you on the email network, as Robert touches on. They cover Forward Science covers a lot of questions that come looping through the email network. So look forward to hearing from Robert and team. Again, we just want to say thank you and welcome aboard to the Crown Council Resource Partner Group.
Well, we're excited to be back. And again, I mean, April's Oral Cancer Awareness Month. So for everyone ready, we got to get screening.
Robert, thanks so much for your time. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks.